Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of people here.
Okay, 3 people. Hey, okay, first one. What's your first name?
I'm Emily.
Emil.
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 Ja.
Emil. And then man with the bonnet.
Ja.
Ja.
Yes.
How old are you? Starting the first one. I'm gonna call you 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Number one. How old are you?
35.
You're number 2, but I'll call you 1. Up top. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. And how old are you? Huh?
30. 30.
30. Okay. Number 1. What do you think about sharing a man?
I actually don't see anything wrong with it,
Okay.
depending on the situation. It's really no big deal. It's more of an emotional thing that women can't get over. I feel like if a person is upfront with you and honest, it should actually work better as a community. And it's just even the men and women marrying and that not happening in the Black community is already a fail. So why not put 3 people together and actually come up with something constructive if you're doing it in an appropriate way? And
let me make sure everybody. So, man, up top, number 2. What do you think on the subject?
I sort of agree with her, but I actually came on to kind of ask what you're thinking when you suggest a lifestyle like this. Like, what sort of things are you thinking? Are you thinking like one of us is a wife and this person has girlfriends, or like, are we all girlfriends? Are we doing like a polyamorous like family thing? Like, what is your suggestion?
Well, okay, well, what we call it may be whatever, but it does become a poly situation. And it comes down to simply this: numbers. There are not enough men. But ma'am, at the bottom, John, I'm going to get back to you and answer your question, John, but I want to get your point of view. What do you think?
I disagree. I wouldn't share a man, but I do understand her views.
Okay. Do any of you have children?
I do.
yes,
You have 2 children, John?
I do.
2
How
also.
many fathers?
2.
Okay. And you, ma'am, up top, you have 2 kids or 1?
2 kids, 1 father.
Okay, ma'am. And number 1, you have 1 kid?
1.
1 kid. Okay. All you are coming to the marketplace that have been shared. And John, I'm going to go to you. How can you say you wouldn't want to share a man when he has to share you with your 2 children and the man you created? That's 1 person being shared with 4 people.
What do you consist of sharing? Am I sharing my physical body? Am I sharing my love? Am I sharing my nurturing, my care for my baby fathers? I have a husband as well. So what am I sharing?
Okay. Well, if you already have a husband, why are that doesn't need to be here. Because I don't want to disrupt what you got going
I'm
on.
tempered goods, though.
Excuse me,
One
man.
of my baby fathers.
Stop.
My first baby father is in my husband.
Stop. You're a married woman?
So what, Kev? That makes me.
Look.
I'm eligible for your conversation.
All right. So I'm going to go on to the women I'm going to talk to. I don't know why y'all think y'all can just come over here and do what you want to. So I want you to understand that you said up front, ma'am, you said how would we be sharing that? What is, as a woman with 2 kids, were you married before?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
Baby father left.
why does the nature of the arrangement matter now? Fair question.
Because honestly, when I think about it, I think that I kind of will be sharing a man for the rest of my life, because I'll be sharing my baby father with whoever he decides to be with. So I don't necessarily have to have sex with him anymore to be sharing him automatically now.
Well,
he's part of my family that I'm connected to.
Right. But
I'm gonna have to go though.
What I'm asking is, you already have a child, right? So, and you didn't require marriage before, so would you require marriage now? All right, they bounced. The baby started crying. The woman who, I'm not going to ask, you're already married. So you wouldn't mind sharing.
No.
Okay.
If it came
Why
down,
do
if
you,
it
why do
came
you
down
seem like you
to
have such a more laid back attitude and seem like most women have a knee jerk reaction to it? It's like when they know the math is not on the side.
because I've been through all walks of life. I've been through, you know, the one having the control, the one not having the control, the one. So it's like, once you kind of peep, like, okay, I could be the best woman I could be, and a person's still gonna do what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not something you should live in fear about. Like, it's more important things in life, you know?
You mentioned something that I want to touch on, fear. Uh, I think a lot of women make decisions in
Scared,
relationships based on fear.
scared men don't live.
You don't trust men. You're always worried about somebody hustling, overdoing, and you bring all that. And what I'm trying to find is women who actually come into relationships in good faith understand that you can't control. You can only control so much. So, would it be better? I haven't heard a compelling argument to why women don't want to share. And especially, I'm going to say this too, especially if you already have kids, you've shared yourself. Now,
It's more so of a learned behavior.
that's what a lot of men think. Go ahead.
It's more so of a learned behavior, I feel like, and it's like a cliche feeling like you've heard someone else say it and you just pick up on it and say, oh no, that's just, but it's like, I think about like 2019, I just hit a point where I'm just like, it's really not that big of a deal as long as a person is honest, as long as a person has an agreement and they stick to that agreement. If you want to switch them up, if you don't like that one, we can switch them up and get another one. But as long as it's some type of understanding, everyone's clean, everyone's tested, that person doesn't have extra people on the side. I don't understand what the big problem is if it really came down to it. Of course, everybody wants one person, but
Right.
I don't understand women. It's just like, oh no, oh no. I mean, sometimes you do meet people where you may not get 100% of everything you may like and want in that person, but it's enough for you to be like, you know what, all right. And then if it's somebody else that makes up in other ways that they may be lacking, it's not a competition.
I think the main
Y'all
thing is
both got
about
the
having a
juice.
conversation up front.
I think it's
Here's the
about
thing.
security.
Excuse me?
Security. Whereas the guys nowadays can't make a woman feel
Ma'am, you're
secure
married.
with another one.
You're married. You don't. You're not dating. It
Why
doesn't
you
matter.
not married? Why are you on here
That's what
hosting
I'm trying to
shows
tell
with all
you.
these damn women,
I try to be
but I
reasonable. This
can't
is what's
talk?
wrong with somebody's wife on here with a bonnet, got an attitude. That woman ain't nobody better married. Hello, you were trying to get on here the other day. How are you doing?
Hi, how you doing, Kevin?
See, I want my critics and detractors to understand that you get upset with the way you feel like I respond, but you never talk about how rude women and rude people come on here acting. So how old are you, ma'am? You need to hold your phone
Oh, can
steady.
you see me? I'm sorry, this is better.
Yeah, you need to keep your phone steady. It's jumping all over the place. How old are you?
I'm 31.
All right, we're talking about sharing tonight. Do you have any kids?
I have one son, yes.
Okay, what do you think about the concept, especially of a woman over 35, over 40, having to share a man?
I mean, it's happening anyway, so it's better to understand it and know rather to be hurt behind it and, don't take the time to really understand. I used to be in a poly relationship, so
Okay.
when I was 23, I dated a 35-year-old man at the time, and his girlfriend was 33. And we
Okay.
lived together. We did all that.
Oh
And it
yeah,
was,
you single. You got the single woman beat going on back there. Beep. That's
who,
smoke
me?
detector.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
I
dead
gotta
ass
check.
tail. Beep.
Listen, I really, this is funny. I
Ain't
need
no
to
man
change
gonna live with
that.
that
I,
shit. We
I'm
would
definitely
rather
gonna
jump
I
on
change
hate
them.
it.
Yes, I need to change my smoke detector, Kevin. I do.
No, you need a man. You
Huh?
need a man.
I do. I do.
Men come with smoke. We come with batteries in hand to change them fucking smoke
I
detectors.
bet. I bet. I'm
First time we
looking
at
up.
your
I'm
house, we're
looking.
like, oh, beep. Oh, that shit won't. No, hold on. I got to go to the store real
No,
quick.
I'm looking though. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get there, but slowly but surely.
Okay, let
But
me bring somebody up because you said you were involved in a poly relationship.
I
Um,
was.
I'm going to say something, and I want you ladies to understand the spirit in which I'm saying. Anybody we're sharing you with, men got a problem with that. So you got a kid, you're already in a poly relationship from a man's standpoint. Because your time, your career, anything we're sharing you with. Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 28.
28. And was that your smoke detector too? Was that still speaking?
No,
That's
no,
mine. I need to
That's
that's
you. All
my
right.
voice.
All right. So what do you think about the concept of sharing a man? Especially
You
if you're over
know,
35.
I feel like once I'm 35 and if I'm still single, I would have to be okay with it. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
like I'm
what
20.
do you think about it now?
Right now, I don't want to have to share a man. I have shared a man before. But like I would rather not, you know.
Okay, so what I put in the post was says, ladies, there are more account executives, that means the bottom level, than directors and vice presidents. Any organization, account executive is the entry level. The higher up you go, there are less jobs. So if you want something higher up, there's less. If you're over 35 and want to keep your lifestyle, it's time to share a man, public man like it. But if you're 25 to 37, 27, I say 27 to 35, that's the danger zone. It's best to get real about your expectations, get real clear about your sexual marketplace value and outcome. So you're 28.
Yeah.
How serious have you gotten about what you want to have your life look like by the time you're 35?
Honestly, not that serious. I mean, I'm trying to get to that point where I am serious and really figuring out like what I want my life to look like.
Well,
I
here's what
don't.
it's going to look like. At 35,
I,
you're going to be sharing them in.
okay.
That's what it looks like. So nobody told you, I'm telling you right now. Because at 28 years old, you're like, I don't know. Okay, cool. At 35,
And
you're
the 7 years go
one of
fast.
three. If you're lucky, one or two. If I could tell y'all some of the women I talked to today, women that y'all all know, every last one of y'all would say these are bona fide bad chicks. Professional, educated, beautiful, black. Every last one of them was like, I understand. Now, if women up here, because I'm going to tell you, this is where I heard this from. So at 28, you have a chance to change the outcomes.
I
But you
do.
got to do something about it.
What do I do? I'm going out. I'm trying to date.
Well, that's a different show. That's a different show. But the one thing you don't do is you don't act so entitled. Like what are you doing right? What are you doing other than watching Instagram and YouTube?
I go out. I go out. I've been trying to put myself in positions to where I am in the
Do you
spots
have a
where
college degree?
I do. I have a business management degree, and I'm currently in Houston. I have a pretty
You
decent job.
can't. Okay. Well, the thing is, I asked because it's therapy. You got to change the software before you change anything else.
Yeah.
And the thing is, far too many women are walking the software. You can put yourself in a place, but there you are.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, that smoke detector. I want everybody to get. I want everybody to send 25 cents on Cash App to old
Don't
girl.
do me like that.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Let
I'm
me
gonna bring
mute- let,
somebody back in
let me
though.
mute it though. I don't want you to.
Well, I'm gonna have to bring somebody else in. I got to keep the panel circulating. So
Okay. See you later.
Bye bye. Thank you, Miss. I'm gonna bring somebody else in to keep it circulating. Appreciate you being at least trying to have the conversation. I know it's, ladies. I'm not saying this is a perfect solution. That's what I need everybody. I'm not saying it's a perfect solution, but I'm saying, especially in Black America, if you're over 40 and a woman, we can't go back in time. And what's the other alternative? Because I know a lot of people don't say they don't like this or don't like that, but what I never hear is what they do offer. So appreciate it. I'll bring some other folks in. So at 28, you say you're just kind of.
I mean, shit. To figure it out. Like, I don't. I should have been figured it out. Yeah, for sure. And like you said, therapy. I've been thinking about that. I do think that I would benefit from that, both personally and for my future partner, if I do ever find him or if he finds me. But I mean,
In other
I'm
words, you're
learning.
not doing nothing. See, and this is what men hear. This is what men hear.
Okay.
Wah, 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 wah. I'm doing not a mother flipping thing. And that's fine.
No,
You're
it
40.
doesn't.
When you're 40, you'll be second or third in the rotation. That's
Okay.
okay. But see, what happens is I need you to understand today that if that becomes a likely outcome, 35 plus, that's what you prepared for. Because now
Right.
you got your time and you're not doing anything with it. It's like the women I'm talking to, 40 plus, they prioritize other things while they were in their prime. Okay, ma'am, how are you doing down at the bottom? You
I'm
just
good, Kevin. How are you?
good. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Ma'am, other lady just came in. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. So you're 28, 27, 38. So 27-year-old. What do you think about the concept of sharing a man? Be honest.
I do not agree to that at all.
Okay. 38. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I don't agree to it.
All right. So we're going to start at 38 first. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
27. Do you have any kids?
I have 2 kids.
Okay. 38. How many kids? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
2.
Okay. How many fathers? 1, 2.
My ex-husband, 1.
So why don't you? What do you disagree? Or why don't you agree?
What I don't want is I was able to get married and it didn't work out. You know, we both went our separate ways. We were married for about 15 years, so it was good. It was okay.
Okay.
But what I wouldn't want is to accept someone that I have to share, because I would not want to give that example to my daughter,
Okay.
just to avoid all of that in the future.
Okay. You have 2 kids?
Yes.
You have a son too, or just 2 daughters?
I have my son is 12 and my daughter's 19.
So think about the example you'd be giving to your son, that he should accept a woman with 2 kids.
For my son, if he has to, if that's his choice, where
No. Now, see, I want you to understand how differently. When you said you don't want to set a bad example for your daughter, but I'm saying, what about your son? And you went to his choice. I mean, before he makes his choice, we talk about the example.
yeah, I wouldn't want him. Yeah, I wouldn't want him to be with anybody that has kids, for both of them.
Okay, so I think you ladies need to start putting what your son sees ahead of what your daughter does. Because
And
let me tell you why. Because if you don't like the kind and caliber of man that's in the world, you got to create a better man.
that's exactly what I agree, 1,000%.
Okay,
I agree with that.
but I'm gonna challenge you though. You were divorced. Just so we know, who filed for divorce?
I did.
Okay. You want to share what grounds it was on?
I didn't feel that there was like a mutual work towards the relationship.
Irreconcilable differences?
Yeah, basically.
Reagan fucked the world when he made no fault divorce, because that means nothing to us as men. But what we do know is right now, and I'm coming to you, ma'am, in a second. At 38, you've already been married.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 2 kids. Man, you've got as high as you can, as any woman can get, and that wasn't good enough. So a man that you would get with has to share you with 1, 2 kids and an ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
One man has to share 1 woman with 3 people. Make that math work.
If you put it like that, you're right. But I have my realistic expectations of the person that I will end up. And I'm not going to shoot like everybody else that thinks, oh my God, I need the top tier. That's not going to happen. I know my reality. And if I don't
Well, it
have
doesn't matter if you want top
it,
tier or not, but man,
then
even
it's
an average, good, decent man,
mm-hmm.
he doesn't deserve any less than a high value man.
I'm sorry?
Even an average, decent, run-of-the-mill man doesn't deserve less respect. When did men back in the day who were average, middle class, run-of-the-mill, have to share their wife with 4 people or 3 people?
I
Back in
hear
the
you.
day, Back in the
I hear
day, 100 years ago, 80 years ago, you got married and your wife had your kids. And any kid in the house, you don't, anything your wife was doing, that was part of your family. So she was investing in your legacy. Right now, a man would be coming into your life and he's splitting the time with your kids, co-parenting with another man, and do you work?
yes.
And a job.
Well,
So,
one kid
ladies, I just need you to think
on
about the
her own.
math. Think about the math. If I'm your man, how much of your time do I actually get?
In all honesty, I can only give you, in the beginning, I'm going to let you know about 70%.
So that means I can go get the 30 someplace else or just don't get it.
And if you decide and that's what you want to go for, then we're not going to work out. That's just plain and simple.
So you
And
can come to the table with 70% of your time, but I got to give you 100% of my commitment.
for me, if you have kids, if you have a job, if you have
Yeah,
hobbies,
but okay,
if
but
you have
most men
all of
don't
that,
have kids. Most men don't have kids. So I just want to
it's
do
right.
the math, ma'am. I just want to stick to the math. And math is logic. You can come to the table, give me 70% of your time at best, but I got to give you 100% of my commitment. Why would I? Why is that a good deal for me? Make the business make
It
sense.
is a good deal if you don't have kids. If you don't have kids, it's a bad deal, and you should
Okay.
run if you don't have kids. But what my
Most
realistic
51%,
goal is,
51% of black men are single. Most men don't have kids. Most guys
what,
don't.
what is the statistic on there, or what did you say? How
51
many?
black men in particular, 51% of black men are single and childless. 61% in the middle class. That's why I talked about Future earlier. That one has 8 kids by 8 different women. A small percentage of the men have always made a large percentage of the men. 1/16, one in every 16 people shares Genghis Khan's DNA. This is why I don't understand from a historical and sociological standpoint, women have always shared the best men. And if you want a man that can meet your standard, man, do you think he can meet another woman's standard?
Yeah, he probably can. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think your standards are below, average, or above?
My standard, I would say, realistically, are below.
Below?
Below.
Okay. Well, all right. Ma'am, 27. You said you don't agree. I'm coming back to you. Thank you. 27. Why don't you have 1 kid or 2?
2.
The digitized lady. 2 kids?
Yes,
How many
2
fathers?
kids. 1.
How many fathers? Were you married or not?
No, not married.
Okay, so why do you disagree? Go ahead.
I understand your point of view, where you're coming from, where if any men I was to be with, he is sharing me and the 2 kids and the father. But at the same time, like, if the father is not in the picture or doing what he's supposed to do, how is that still sharing?
Well, you still haven't told me why you disagree with the notion of sharing a man. I'll answer your question, but why you disagree with sharing time, sharing your man with the other
Um,
women?
I just feel like it's a waste of time, because I mean, I already have 2 kids. So if I do decide to be with a man, if I am putting 100% of my time into you, I want the same thing back, and I would not want to
Well, ma'am, you
share.
can't put 100% of your time with a man. Ma'am. Something's wrong with your connection. But as a woman with children, you can't put 100% of your time in a man. You mean 100% of the time you have left.
Yes,
Okay, so again, do you have a job?
yes,
Okay. Um, you have 2 children and a full-time job and an ex. I mean, ladies, do y'all not see the math from the men's standpoint? If you were a man, what would you be thinking right now? That a woman with kids and a job and an ex, and I only get a certain amount of time, but I got to give you 100% of my commitment.
So are you saying that if men have to share, if we have kids, or, you know, that we should be okay with sharing a man? Is that what
Say
you're
again?
saying?
Say again?
So basically, like, if we expect a man to be okay with us, or be okay with them sharing us, our baby fathers, and our kids, we should be okay sharing them with other women, is what you're saying?
I'm saying you're not a virgin. If you come, if in this situation with kids, you've already been shared.
Yeah.
You come through the door with commitments. I was
So,
just talking about, I was actually talking about women with no kids, but women with kids, you got even less of a claim on a man's time.
yeah.
That's why we kind of got here with the woman that had the kids. I'm like, whoa. But I want you guys to understand how the way that I originally said it was women over 35, and because your sexual marketplace value is lower, just because of age and things like that. But the more things you put on it, the lower the value becomes. But that woman came through the door with 2 kids by 2 different men, talking like she's a 9 or a 10. And she's actually like a 2 or a 3 on the sexual marketplace totem pole. And she talking, and that's what men are thinking. That's why men are like, what are y'all talking about? But what it goes to show is the value women put on a man. Y'all, whether you say it or not, you put your value above ours. That's why you expect us to accept your children and your job and everything else. Okay, Miss 27-year-old. You asked me about men and kids. Go ahead and ask the question again. You broke up a little bit. Mississippi
If
Worms. Okay.
you said man,
Get
are
close
you
to the
want me
window
to
or
answer the
something.
question?
You got to get close to the window. You're breaking up. Everybody else is in frame. You look like a puzzle. So okay. So what is the objection? 38. What's the objection? I get it that you've been married, you got 2 kids, but practically, you're a middle-aged woman with 2 kids. Why do you still believe you should get the same level of commitment and value as you did when you were a young childless woman?
Um, Honestly, I just feel that in my mind, I already have it made up. I already had that marriage experience, the family life. I've had it. Like you said, I already hit the top, my peak. So by me thinking in that sense, which is true, either I'm going to take what I want or what I need or what I feel that I can put up with, or I'm not. I already experienced it. And if I can get anything that for me is acceptable, because I'm not going to be sharing with him. He's not going to be sharing with me. He's not going
Period.
to
Let me share you with your kids. I've been a,
with
I've
one.
been, I've been a stepfather.
With one,
Man,
exactly. So
one period. He's sharing you
it,
with
it,
a. He's sharing with you. He's sharing you with your kid and a job. So
yes.
So let me ask you a question. What you expect to have continual raising value as you age?
No. It's going to lower,
When?
but expectation is already there. If I have to share with anybody, I'm not doing it. Like you said, I'd rather buy a dog and I'd rather be alone.
Well,
I'm being.
but I need you to understand what you're really doing when you say that. It sounds empowering, but it's really fucked up. Let me tell you why. Because your son is going to make sure he's going to live his life to be around you because you will get old.
Yeah.
That will limit your child. Your daughter will also feel, your children are going to feel that mom needs us near because she's a single woman. And it's going to impact their relationships. I know
No,
what I speak of very well. Listen, Daughters, man, I speak about mother-daughter stuff all the time. It sounds cool when you're 38, but when you're 58 and your son and your daughter are trying to get out and become adults on their own, they got to factor in mama. Is that fair?
No, it's not, which they're not being raised in that way.
Ma'am, it doesn't. They're human. It doesn't matter how you think they're being raised.
And in my culture, regardless, that happens. Regardless, in my culture, it happens, right?
What culture is that?
I'm Latina. I'm Mexican.
Well, in your culture, you're also supposed to stay in your marriage.
If the man is willing to provide, if he's not a hardworking, if he's not providing, if he's not putting in work, then
you shouldn't have married him.
People change over the years, so you get one person.
This is bullshit.
No.
Man, come on now. Come on, hold on. Man, and here's the funny thing. You can be right, and it sounds real empowering, but your culture doesn't change the fact that this is how kids act. That's why so many women, especially in our community, have come out and asked me, if you do more videos on mother-daughter stuff, this is why so many of our women are fucking unmarried, because their mothers aren't married. And they got to stay close. Your mama married 27?
I'm 28, but yeah,
28.
my mom's married.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about. And you say you'd rather die alone. Okay, so you saying that you would rather, if you cannot get what you want.
Not entirely what I want, just not sharing. I'm not doing that. I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. Ma'am, that's fine. But I want to be clear. A man is sharing you because you've already had somebody else's kids, and that's it. He's going to be that if he marries you, he'd be a stepfather. So your children are going to be getting some of his money. It's just going to happen. Yes, ma'am. Christmas gifts, birthday presents, Thanksgiving turkey. Ma'am, I've been there on that side before. Y'all need to stop with the bullshit. Y'all act like your kids exist in a vacuum. And what I want people to understand is how selfish you guys are. You're the most selfish group of women that has ever existed on this fucking planet. Me. It's all about you. So how do you get a culture that you're in your culture, ma'am? How do you get a culture with so many selfish women?
It's not. Unfortunately, not all of them are like that. There's a lot of marriages that are older. They've been, that they had over 30 years old, where they don't say the truth. They are not happy. The women are not happy.
I asked you, how do you get a culture with selfish women?
How do you get a culture with selfish women? I don't know how to answer that.
You don't.
I don't know. I'm not.
You don't.
I don't know.
You get chaos. And older women didn't prioritize happiness. That's the problem. Y'all think you're supposed to be happy. Y'all need to grow up. It ain't about being happy. Older women, other generations prioritize family, community. They live the selfless life. Modern women are selfish as French toast. And that's why I have no problem telling y'all to kick rocks and die a cold death alone. I have no problem telling y'all that, because y'all look around and look back at the cultures and the communities and the things that women did before you and the sacrifices and everything else everybody made, and they did not do it to have a bunch of selfish, entitled women saying, my way or the highway.
It's not like that. It's not. If I'm a good woman, which I was for 15 years,
okay,
everything, I do have value still.
I don't say you don't have value, ma'am. I'm not saying, and that's the thing. I'm not saying you don't have value. What I'm ultimately asking is, I don't understand why you guys can not separate the two thoughts. Mm-hmm. You are being shared, ma'am. You have 2 kids, an ex-husband, and a job. A man has to take what's left. And he doesn't even, and usually if you had 2 kids, at least they're mine. All the time you're putting into other things, that's time you're not investing in me, in mine. Men are territorial. This is why men listen to this and they're like, no, 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 no. Hey, how are you?
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on the legend, the Godfather. I think he did a great job, and this video has gone a long way to expose these women in details, right? Let's talk about the 38-year-old lady with 2 kids that is saying, oh, my standards are too low. If you're a woman and you've reproduced and you're still looking for monogamy, I think your standards is very, very high. Because gone are the days, women that were childless and all that still got with average men. So if you're a woman that have reproduced with other men, 2 kids, 38, and you're looking for monogamy, I think your standards are pretty much high. Let's go to spade a spade. Because the childless version of you gone are the days, not everyone was getting a high value man. So the fact that you are looking for an average guy, or maybe probably is because of the way she looks. She thinks that, okay, I'm beautiful, whatever the case is. I mean, she's not ugly. This lady is, she's appealing. So I think she's thinking that, okay, if I'm looking this appealing, and the only thing that is wrong with me, or the only thing that is with me, is me having 2 kids. So me saying I want an average guy, it means I'm lowering my standard or something. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter the face you're carrying, especially when you reproduce. I think most of these women that come on this show don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. No man is even coming after you. I think the real conversation should be, how do I even get a man first, right? Thinking of monogamy, women that are childless, younger, hotter, are being cheated on. Men are having sex regardless, whether you agree or disagree. They think that the fact that I'm having this conversation saying I disagree means if I get a man, the man is not going to do it. No, whatever you say doesn't matter. What matters is what the men do. But, oh, I disagree, blah, blah, blah. There are women that are childless, young, hot, that you are, and they are being cheated on. So saying that I don't want a man that will cheat on me, it's just like I already got a man out there that is waiting for me, that is going to take me on, and I'm putting my standards out there for him. Which in reality, most of these women that have reproduced already aren't going to get husbands. That's just the truth. The conversation should be, I've reproduced already. Will I be able to get a man that is willing to be with me for the rest of my life? I think that's what the conversation should be. But these women kind of have it. These things has been ingrained in them to the point that they just think that, okay, it is just about what I want. And this lady just said it in this video. It's either what I want or I'll buy a dog and die alone. So it is about what she wants. And when you want to get real answers from women, use their own case as example. When she said she didn't want to, set bad example for her daughter, and he used her son. Do you want to set bad example to your son? It went down to, it is going to be about his choice. If he chooses to be with a woman that have reproduced, then yes. But it's just the simple fact that women in general, not just black women in general, they mostly don't care about their sons. It's always about their daughters or something. That is the truth. Let me ask you this question, guys. Women are always expecting men to get down with single moms, right? But I've never heard a woman telling his son, if you grow up, get down with a single mom. And that is why that question was very, very crucial. That question was very important. Asking whether you prefer your son to go down the path with a woman that have reproduced before. They don't raise their kids to go down the path with women that have reproduced, but they themselves are looking for men that, be with them, even reproducing with other men. And that's fucked up. To be honest, I mean, until women start telling their sons, hey, it doesn't matter how many kids a woman has, I mean, you can go down the path with her regardless of whether she has 3, 4, 5, whatever the case is. Until they start to tell these things to their sons, men are not ready to do it. And the lady that came in talking about Kevin Samuels, is he married or something? She said she got 2 kids and she's married. How many of you are watching this video actually believe that this lady have a husband? The tattoos and the adornment on her body tells you everything you need to. This is a typical image of Jezebel, right? How many of you actually believe that this lady is married? And even if she's married to a beta male. That's just what it is. Because from the way she speaks and all that, you just can't sense masculinity in her. That's just my take. And the reason why she behaved the way she's behaving, or she behaved in the video, is just the simple fact that, like I said, black men, we are so content with women that have reproduced before. Because why on earth would you go down the path with a woman that have reproduced and decided to leave her husband looking for another one, and you decided that you step in? So when they come in with these attitudes, sometimes I blame we as black men for the fact that we are able to make them feel comfortable having kids, thinking that it's a good thing. She has reproduced, and the way she said it, oh, I have 2 kids and I have a husband too, almost like a flex, because you've been preaching that women that have reproduced wouldn't be able to get husbands, and I've already gotten it. She just came to brag. She came to say it so that it would be like, oh, you women can go ahead and reproduce with other men and you are guaranteed a husband. And the reality is, if you have reproduced, the probability of you getting married is not even probability. It's possible that you can get married, but it's not probable. But these women don't understand these things. Having this conversation is just crazy. You have to be thinking of getting the man first. As a single mom, you should be thinking of getting the man first, and not whatever he's going to be doing in the course of your marriage. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one. I'm out, and peace.